Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn Mercer, and I'm from St. Matthew's Church. And in this video, um, we are looking at another way that you might want to try to enrich your prayer life. There are several other ways that are already posted, and there will be more after this one. I'd like to talk to you and to help you think through and pray through an approach to prayer that is called a daily examen prayer. This prayer comes to us, originally from St. Ignatius, and it comes through hundreds of years of Jesuit practice. Now, its value has been accepted throughout the Christian Church and is used in many denominations. The idea for this prayer is that at the end of the day, we think through this day and prepare for the night. And in this prayer, there are 5 steps. And the 5 steps are: be still. We often begin prayer with that. Be grateful. We also include that in our prayers. Reflect. It may be a specific focus. And then hope for tomorrow. So I'd like to take you through each one of those and suggest some things that you might find helpful at the end of the day as you reflect back on the day and think about how you have come through this day and where God has been present with you in it. So let's begin with be still. Find a comfortable position. Look back on the day and note the times that you felt that God was with you. Were there times when you knew God's special love and support? Feel God's presence with you now. And in this being still phase, some people like to repeat a phrase or a verse. And one of the possibilities is, be still and know that I am God, from Psalm 46. And once you feel God's stillness with you, we look at the day again and think through the day in thankfulness, in the phrase that is, be grateful. Review the day again and notice what you're thankful for. What happened to make you feel blessed? Sometimes you only notice these things when you go back and look at them at the end of the day. You didn't notice them as you were going along. Take a moment to give thanks to God for these blessings. And those blessings can include beautiful clear blue sky, a smile, or a chat you had with a family member, or a wave from a neighbor across the street. Could be finding something that you've been looking for a long time. Thank God for these blessings. And when you've noticed the things you want to be thankful for, we'll look again at the day and reflect on the variety of things that happened during the day. So go back, for me, to the beginning of the day and recall everything that happened in the day. How did you feel when you woke up? Was it busy? Were there too many things? Were you bored and there weren't enough things? Think about the events, interactions with others, your emotions. All of those things are part of your day. Doing this careful, honest reflection of the day helps to learn more about ourselves and to see where God was present with us. And as we do this, it's very important to remember God's great love for us in the middle of it. Even if everything wasn't very pleasant, we still need to know God's love and his loving presence with us. Once you've had a chance to look through the day and notice all the places that you see that God was there and you hadn't noticed that at first, this is a very helpful activity and helps us to know and to notice where God is more and more during the day when it's actually happening. When you have finished going through the day, there may be some particular thing that's still there niggling away at you. And so there's a time for a special focus. And this is the fourth part of the daily Examen prayer. Looking at that special focus. Is there something specific that God is directing you to work on? An emotion. It could be a good emotion. It could be a not so good emotion. A relationship that needs some work. An unpleasant situation. Something that's incomplete. Pray for it. Ask God's guidance to make amends. And there may be a variety of ways in which that happens. It might be that you need to make a telephone call, a message, to act on something, to go back to something that you aren't happy with. And know that you will be able to tackle that with God's help and with his guidance. And then once you have given this to God and asked for God's help and guidance in it, accept that this is a fresh start. And don't go back and keep wallowing in it. Be ready to move forward. And then we're ready to look at the last phase, which is hope for tomorrow. And at the end of the day, it's very important for us to come through knowing that God is with us being grateful for the ways in which we've seen His activity, reflecting on all the kinds of things that we have done during the day, noticing where God has been with us, noticing where we went off and were trying to be too independent, reflecting on the areas where we need to make amends. And now to have hope as we move into the night, to move towards expectation of this fresh start I spoke about a minute ago. Ask God to shine His light on the path for tomorrow, to pray for wisdom and strength, and know that God is empowering you to meet whatever tomorrow brings, knowing that you are well loved by God, and that given that, all will be well. And then rest in God's loving presence. Amen.